Hello, and welcome back to our continuing Settlement Survival Let's Play Series Season 2. I'm Larry, and it's Episode 8, and it's been a crazy couple days, so let's get on with it. And just so everybody knows, yes, Episode 7 was not the funnest episode, but let's move on. Don't really want to talk about it. Anything after that is a personal matter to me, and I'm not going to turn this into an activist channel. So, as you can see, I've done a lot of building, a lot of experimentation, and I don't know when it all started, but we've been hit by so many disasters. And yeah, as you can see, the herbs were non-existent. Food is horrible. I've been moving so many buildings around that now I got us in trouble on tools. But if you notice, everything, if you compare it to season 1, I'm not building like I normally do. And, the whole circle building, if you notice, I've been placing small marketplaces all over the map. And we're going to basically have 100% coverage in marketplace. So I'm going to be able to place houses anywhere that I want. You're also going to see that where I've always attempted to keep production away from the marketplace, everything is going to be intermingled, and we will have the houses to support all of our production buildings. And then over here, if you notice, in season 1 I never built an apiary, but I know now we need the honey for our pharmaceuticals so we can make ointments. And with the new disaster system, we're going to need trees. So where you've been used to me packing everything so tightly together, we're going to do an absolute loose build. And you're going to see trees just all over. And we're going to be building like a forest city, go back and we're going to be Ewoks, let's put it that way. So, and if you notice, I'm not building with 15 by 15 fields. I've been trying to keep everything kind of tight so I can put plantations down, but also start to keep making room for trees. So I'm just starting to switch us over to plantations. And if you can see what I've done on skills, over here in livability, we picked up the police station, fermenting. I picked up the clean water. I picked up heating. And yeah, that is also something hugely different than the previous build, is I did not have the boiler rooms. Now, I do know there's an issue with the boiler rooms right now, and Gleamer knows it, and they're working on it, because all the people that want to get warm come straight into here. And so, it is what it is, but they're working on it. And hopefully we'll see that in a patch this week. Maybe not, but it is what it is. And what else is new? Now, I have been trying to get these all staffed up and improve the development points, but we've been having so many disasters that I have, the number of people that I have to put into a field to get crops turned, is a lot higher. So hopefully I can offset that with the plantations and get the people moved around better. But the great thing is with this new build is citizens or settlers are going to be right next. I mean, they're going to live next door to their production area. Just like when we start building up our smelters and all that, it's going to be intermingled with houses. So the pathing is not going to be that much of a big deal. And I'm using transfer stations a whole lot more. So we're moving items around all over the map. Now, what you're also going to see is I'm not going to do a lot of packing between the agriculture and the animals. And in fact, more than likely, what I'm going to do is these are going to be encompassed with the transfer station, which I'm going to be able to send the animal dung someplace else. But then again, I'm going to balance all this stuff out because we're not going to have massive numbers of animal dung anymore. We're going to turn it into fertilizer, and if we can't turn it into fertilizer, we're going to turn it into domestic fuel. And if we overrun on domestic fuel because it's going to be banned from our citizens once I get coal up to the point where I want it, we're just going to sell the domestic fuel off. And I'm not going to let the warehouses get overrun. And, like Hydromatic pointed out to me, the small supply stations deliver now. That's great news. So now we can use the small supply station a lot more to our advantage. And, that's what I'm doing. If you notice, I have a small marketplace over here. So we're going to be able to put buildings around here. So our miners, they're not going to have to path very far. So we have that in the works. Just like over here with the quarries, we're already building a small community up here. And, our miners are going to have, they're just going to be just jump out of their house. Boom. There they go. They're right where they need to be. And so, that's different for me. And it's just going to be, there's going to be a lot of redundancy. So we're going to be placing clothing factories throughout the build. So we're not going to have to worry about them pathing. I have considered the idea of putting transfer stations down, which I might do close to, if I put a cluster of, say, 2 or 3 clothing factories, and that's just to maybe feed them over here, to feed the small ancillary areas. But I don't want to try transporting clothes across the map, because then, the one issue we do have is I would have to make a bunch of small warehouses. So as the clothing's made, it's going to designate a small warehouse, but is it going to try to fill that warehouse up of clothing before it decides to shoot it off to the next warehouse? I'm not sure how well all that's dialed in. So, it's going to be a mix between the two, just so we can make sure that nobody's having to path across the map for items that they need. Now, the one thing you're also going to see is my P-field production is going to be spotted throughout the whole build, because I don't want a bunch of meat sickle pops running all over the map. So, these are a bunch of ideas that I'm trying to get coordinated, and that's one of the reasons why this whole area looks like garbage. And, it just looks like a mishmash, and I'll get it fixed. But I wanted to do all this type of building off camera so I could try to figure things out, and so it would be boring for everybody. But look at the little surprise that we have up here. Yes, it's our first flood. And the thing that is such a bummer is I'm going to once again lose all the crops. So I am looking at this map going into a quick downward spiral as far as the population is concerned, because we're going to have a lot of people starve. And I'm aware of it. I'm expecting it. And believe it or not, it doesn't bother me, because we'll be able to recoil and the population will shrink, and I'll be able to move houses around a whole lot easier and get them set up how I want. And so, yeah, shrinkage at times on the map, are great to have because, nothing set in stone allows us to rebuild things. Now, just like you're going to see a lot of the 2x2 clusters here. 2x2 clusters will allow me to eventually put down 2 villas, but have trees next to them. So we're going to be able to dot trees around the map. And you're going to see I'm going to be putting in a ton of foresters because I'm going to adapt the idea of decorative trees are not going to help us in sandstorms. To me, I'm okay with that because with how the build's going to be, who cares if I have a jillion foresters? They're just going to be set on plant only, and we're going to be just planting trees all over the place because we're going to grow our own lumber. So who cares? And I'm going to use the transfer stations to send the lumber off where it needs to go. And I'll send, with having very specific warehouses dotted all over the map, I'll then use the supply stations to bring it over to whatever factories that need to be done. So I don't want to, we're already 11 minutes into this video, so let's watch this flood happen and see what happens. Because there's really nothing I can do right now. I mean, the buildings that I want built have been built, and we only have one laborer right now, so I really can't expand anything. And I'm probably going to be out on planks. So yeah, we're going to have to convert one of these guys into building planks again. And here comes the flood. Let's see what happens. Okay, we're not paused. Where's the flood? I hear water. Okay. Well, I guess it would help if I go to number 10. And it said all my crops have died. Oh, you suck. Wow. Yay. That. And now it looks like it's receding. Okay. I was expecting, the banks to flood and all that other fun stuff. Are we going to get a bunch of fish out of it? Yes? No? And here they're trying to grow more crops again. What are they doing here? Okay. Well, that was interesting. Okay, that's kind of weird. Okay, it left reeds on the ground. Oh, you see, that's weird. It left some herbs on the ground. Oh, okay. Well, now we're going to go into our death phase because I don't have the animal production. I've been holding off on animals. Ooh, let me show you the animals that we have. This is where I do need to build a building because I still have geese that I need to pen up. I'll just throw them right here real fast into a 10x10. And hopefully we will have what it needs. But yes, look at this. We have moo cows. we're with cattle, so that's nice. And then here we have our turkeys, and then we have our llama, and then over here we'll have our geese, because as far as I know, we still have those. I don't remember. Oh yeah, see, I waited too long to put the geese down, so okay, I blew that. And what do we have here? Event industry or agriculture. Oh, there are many workers who found that they can increase work efficiency and thus production by increasing power and water consumption. However, this will produce more wastewater containing pollutants. We'll go ahead and stop them. We got to do our thing. And now look at this. They're not happy whatsoever. And so, yeah, we're going to lose a lot of people on this. And I'll do what we can as far as gathering plants, but it's winter time. We just went through that event. And yeah, we're going to lose a bunch of people. You know, what animals are available? Yeah. You better go into some hyper breeding, dudes. And then we have this winery, which will go ahead and do the agave. Oh, big deal about the merchant ship. I can't afford anything. So, yeah, I was about ready to move a bunch of stuff over there. But since things kind of tanked a little bit, I wasn't paying attention. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, and I don't mind doing it. The ideas that are set up that I have will work. And we just get over the hump here, and we will do what needs to happen. And so, yeah, I wonder exactly how many people are going to die here, because we have absolutely nothing, and they're not producing very much. So let's go ahead and we're going to have to move some people around. Turkeys are more important, so let's add a person to turkeys. And we still have one more person, so we'll throw them on the moo cows. We'll take this one off. And I'm going to add it to the turkey production. So hopefully we'll get that out much faster. And then our trees, they're a little unhappy there. What do we have over here? I'll just go ahead and demolish this one and get that stuff in where it needs to go. It should really slam these warehouses that I have, which is fine. I don't have anybody in the smelter right now because we just don't have the people. So yeah, the health of the citizens we really took a hit on that. That's disappointing, but it is what it is. And I've been going down this line I want to get the corrals done, because right now I'm just building grabbing so I can design the map easier. You know, this is the rough part of it, and I'm going to let it go. And wow, we have 3 people here, and we'll go ahead and put beans down for this. Now, I did mean to What are they not happy about? Yeah, that's right. We don't have anything. I should have looked at the warehouses before the flood. Did anybody notice if food was affected in the warehouses? I don't think it was. You know, because flax is still there, so okay, maybe the warehouses do not affect. It only affects just the fields themselves. So, yeah, we do not have anything that I'm aware of to make spirits, so yeah, things are going to get bad real quick. And this is going to fill up. So we're just going to go ahead and get the builders to build this second one. It's funny. I only put this one down and forgot about it because of the old cemetery was right here. That's funny. Trying not to run with all these extra warehouses. But we'll get some more people where they need to be. And let's go ahead and we'll get the smelter back on. And then, you know, the bad part is we're going to have a drought next. So our food supply isn't going to rebound very well. And I guess the only thing, you know, where I can compensate for that are animals. But I want to hold off doing animals because I want to get the fields fixed. That's one of those catch-22s. And the one thing I do want to implement is let's go ahead and get the compost factory going. Because if I'm going to improve these areas, then I need to make sure that we have the infrastructure to go to it. And look at this. Look at all these meat pops. We're going to start losing people. Hopefully the chilies are going to pop quickly. Oh, 64%. I don't know. Everything else are high yield crops. But will it be in time? That's going to be the question. I don't like keep on adding people to these, but the quicker we can get these things harvested. And once I get us converted over to plantations, it won't be that big of a deal. Yeah, I know, guys. You're hungry. You can't eat flax. Okay, our agave's going. That's a good thing. Where are all you going? So, oh, the fish must have popped. Yeah. Look at that. We're down to 2 red bars. Plague is imminent. Come on, guys. Harvest. Yeah, they're going to attack these chili peppers like there's no tomorrow. Boom. Just a couple people only grab things. What jerks. They didn't share. And see, this is the other problem is since they're hungry, we're going to lose stuff out in the field. Between the drought and people pathing around for being hungry, Oh, this is not going to be good. I mean, there's going to be a lot left out in the field, even with the number increase that I put in. On the average, the plantations should already, they'd be close to being done. Wow. Come on, guys, you can do this. Yeah, that agave's not going to last very long. I would not want to be an animal right now. They're like, help us. And we are out of feathers. So we should have plenty of alpaca, which we do. So I'll just go ahead and switch it over to alpaca. Wow. That was a lot of fun. So, yeah, we got to see our very first, we go from absolutely inundated with water to no water. How poetic. That is just too funny. So, for the next episode, we're going to keep on rebuilding, and please, give me your comments of where we want to go with this as far as the building goes. I would love to hear from you, incorporate some of your ideas, and if you agree or disagree with how I'm going to try this new build, please comment. We're also, I think we are right near the 60 follower mark, so that's really cool. And for anybody that follows, please, this is a community. Your voice matters, and send a comment to me, and we can have spirited debates, just no mean debates. I highlight people on the channel all the time with some of their comments. I give pats on the back, all that fun stuff. You are part of this channel just as much as I am. We're our community. So I'm going to go ahead and head out and get a little bit more played on this map and see where we can get it. I'll talk to y'all later.